Turning now to our business page, expected the scheduled implementation of government programs and projects this year. This with the early release of most of the budget for 2016. This report.
Government spending for the first quarter of the year will gain momentum with the release of 90% of the 2016 budget of all government departments and agencies early this week. This will sustain spending for the third and fourth quarter of 2015 to boost economic growth. Budget Secretary Florencio Butchabad stressed the early release of the budget under the GAA as released document cuts the delay in the implementation of programs and projects. In the past, the obligation of funds was based on the Special Allotment Release Order, or SARO, and the National Cash Allotment, or NCA.
That's going to have a very good impact on the economy because this policy, which is the result of our policy reform that we adopted, will now allow national government to implement social services programs and deliver public goods earlier than usual. And it comes after 5 months of consistent progressive improvements in public spending. So that's why we're confident that 2015 ended with very significant improvements in public spending, which also means faster delivery of government services, which also means that greater chance of the economy expanding, which also means that we will be seeing very likely improvements in economic expansion.
Infrastructure spending gets the bulk of the budget. 50% of the projects to be implemented by the Department of Public Works and Highways will be issued notices of award after bidding by the first quarter. The package of programs include major road networks, bridges, irrigation systems, schools, and health facilities. DPWH's budget is 768.5 billion pesos, 5% of the country's gross domestic product. The spending will beat the election ban dated March 25.
I'm confident that this time around, since we advanced procurements, on day 1 of the year, which is last Monday, January 4, all those projects which had been bidded out short of award will all be issued notices of award or had already been issued starting Monday. So that's how fast it's going to be. And the other driver for that, the reason why we're doing that, is because we want to avoid the implementation of these projects being affected by the election ban.
This year's budget will continue the gains of the government's social protection program. The conditional cash transfer program amounting to 63 billion pesos, universal health care or field health coverage for 15.4 million families. These programs will greatly benefit the marginalized sectors. Education has the biggest allotment of 436 billion pesos to cover the full implementation of the K-12 program. This will provide for the construction of 43,000 classrooms, 23,000 for senior high school, hiring of almost 64,000 teaching personnel, and the purchase of 103.2 million textbooks. Climate change adaptation and disaster risk reduction and response is allocated with 139 billion pesos to include the rehabilitation and recovery of Yolanda-devastated areas in the Visayan region.
We not only increase it to more than 5% of the budget, it's now 123 billion pesos. And the good thing about our climate change mitigation and adaptation projects is that they have been geotagged, so that you know what particular project is being funded by what particular funding. And this is a World Bank Government of the Philippines project, and it's one of those climate change projects that has gained recognition.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.